เพลงแรกของเราเลยครับ
McGilvary College of Divinity does a work camp every year where students go into a small village somewhere and help in constructing a church, improving a hall, doing something to help a local church. This year we travelled up to a small Karen village. The Karen are a people group in Thailand who speak their own language, and across the border also into Myanmar there are many Karen people too. After a very nice lunch provided by the people of the church, we were ready to have a look round the village itself. We walked down a steep concrete slope from the church and along the small streets which are connected all the way around the village. There's actually concrete paths, and although the village is relatively poor, they do have mains electricity, and they do have many things we would take for granted like fridges, satellite TV and so on, but actually they're still quite poor, and they have their own animals, pigs, chickens, other animals which provide them with a lot of their food. Many of the younger men and fathers of families are away working in the south and in the cities, so that's how people are supported in the village. The church has been doing many different things over the 40 years that it's been in this village. The Karens are majority Christian now, but 40, 50 years ago that wasn't the case. The village became Christian after one man said to the pastor who had come there, "Will I be able to have children if I become a Christian?" The answer, he said, "Trust in God," and that's what happened. This project here is one to provide clean drinking water for the village. Previously people had many kidney problems. This provides a very cheap source of water, and they filter the water and the people can buy it for 7 baht, which is about 14 pence or 20 cents for 20 bottles, so it's very, very cheap. These t-shirts, these shirts which we have, show a picture of McGilvary, who was the founder of our college. And here's the pastor of the church speaking to the students, welcoming us on the first evening, and then the church choir performed for us all. The next morning we began the work we'd come to do. First of all, levelling the ground next to the church hall. We could call it a hall, but it doesn't actually have any walls because the weather being so warm, that's not necessary. But the idea was to concrete this area around the side, concrete more along the front, and then actually dig holes for new toilet block as well. Work initially was quite simple, but as the day went on we got more and more tired and the work became more and more arduous. Shoveling sand, filling buckets, passing them along in human chains, and then mixing concrete, pouring on the water, adding the cement, and bringing everything together along to be poured and build the actual concrete flooring. Unusually, they actually use bamboo for the reinforcement, not steel. I wondered what they were doing when they started chopping away at pieces of bamboo. They made it into long strips, which eventually they nailed together in a lattice, and that was actually used as the reinforcement, and the concrete was poured on the top. I was only there for the first 2 days, so I didn't see the whole project completed. But we know that people were very grateful for our presence, and they made us feel very welcome with their church, and it was great to be part of a whole team doing so much together. The village is fairly remote, 39 kilometers along a windy mountain road to get there when you leave the main road, which is about 1 hour from Chiang Mai. But it was worth the journey, just to see the people being blessed and to worship together and to worship with them. We know that God has given us so much and we can give back for all that He has done and for all that He is. And we were able to enjoy the peace of the mountains as we gathered each morning for times of devotion. It was hard work, it was physical work, it was tiring work. And by the end of each day, everyone was ready just to get some food, have a worship time, and then go to sleep. But at the same time, it was a time of bonding together, a time of really being God's people, and a time to spend in His presence in the beauty of His world.
Holy Bible.
We thank God for all that He has done for us. Amen.